Nteto TV.
Ambere nkiadhisha kona ngushokire nkatho cia mwanya muno nontu bwakwana kanya kwatanira batu Nteto cia weru Thaa mwanja achie tariki 10 mweri wa 11 kana wenda Novemba mwaka ya 2022 ngakwata ogeni tukiambiriria ni ati gavana wa kaunti ya Meru Kawira Mwangaza na ishumirite no chokere mubunge wa gishikwa bunge kiatigania East Mpurwa Bori miarirerega kwithira kiara kentuko ye ngoro ogoro ekimwe cia nyumba cia Nteto na araronekanire kwithira kimenere Kawira Mwangaza baina mukuru wa WINNIE Murega Baishu
Kege utoma kiumeru kigwa mbaya ibiande Imbi utoma kiumeru kigwa rorizo Boi boko boroi One ndira mwere imotanoche na ndamwera tia okati anto Uwano wetheria o biumia biere kura itiere iringwa Ekwa na gweteri Mbere kara chechio na arachechio akwa na arwerwa tota mabarabara tire amberia kwethia o awe no otomere antu bambaranga bandingira kura noeroi noe ndamwera mutana ociere kombe kira nkoro embe na kana gatiania uri andombe chebuo becherie gatira o miaka ne 5 urauwa witithia nkuru egoro mwana arashia ngwe uronkumia kekero ene Kegungu makuwa taadhiria biumia biere wabechia uwa uitithia nkuru motene uru wakeria mwangi wawe mero ya kwaya kona monyire uitia oro inga adhiria meri edhato imbio mbetia roi Nani ndiendo mwira ndimbaranga wetu tiania Rio semenya na ore moe Na ore oromba murungu kabisa murungu rotora amoyo Endelea nuoka na Kawira nteana
Tugetana mbere ni ati akira ngondu ere ward na location na boa yokulokira chibo wa yona ishumirete no tareria Kenyamara kira okulokira keria kwithira kimiatha na rakuwa nene muno ekarikano location ine ethere egiukumwa kingazeti ya thirikari ni bokende kethere ketha kwa location kana kethwa division na kinyawi itanwa maita yele ni bokende kethere kya ya location yele amuna bone thirete kio kia miaka mingi atongire bata kinya kuonara chibo etherete agishumire na kuromba gavana wa kaunti ya Meru amwe na mubunge wa gishiko bunge kiukumira ati notira chibo iba kuretwa kuo
akira ngondu location ira ndomere ni ward na ni division
Oguo ikonaniria ati Joshua Kaberia ora ni chibo wa Kirangondu na ithagirwe na kibaro akinene kuthiuruka akiri location enu yake na aragutariria ati kinya wethirwa ni agitangirwo na utwikithio division na kinya location chiri cha rutwa arutingwe batandikwa na ikio ononto aithagirwa kithiuruka kinya thaino irengitange ogu
nija kaseterwe division lakini tutona personnel sibakurutangwe lakini tuina ACC weto wa Kirangondu lakini atega officially alafu tuina location yiri tuina Masongolo location na Kadalo location na itaira kasetend alafu tuina sub location ida Nteto tuina Nteto Kadalo na Nteto Masongolo na bitu tena bio bikatote thirikari tatwandikira antu bakuruta ngui kuntu kuu
gitariria ati kirigeria riake nagerete kinya kwaria na DCC nikenda batigira bakwandikirwa aruti ngugi bario ndiyo kuretwa na kinya cibo bandikwa abange na kinya subsibo no ende mwanka athaino onto bobo tojura na arakuromba kinya mujumbe urare kwende ndankile athingatire gutigira aruti ngugi bo bakwandikwa nikenda batethaniria kiri kwatha location enu enene
na kira ng'ondu ira kwatha kurapo ngikuanza kwethwa division kacharinganira wa location igire ithatu ikauma division lakini by akira ng'ondu by itself ira woni kwatha decibo ni division nene ndaya na itwarite kinya na DCC ura waitire itwarite na akandika barua ya Nairobi ati kinya na ngo ngikuanza kutira eyanwa mbesa cia kwandika antu akira ng'ondu andikirwe bayo iri mbere ewe first priority no to nene kucinda iri ingi cionthe kwende ndakurombo tukumire to andikirwe to bakira ng'ondu mbere kenda kinya ngui ya icia na ngui ya karibu kiria wananchi no to twandikirwe na yanga settled na DBT only personnel ibo to Thaa andikirwa only
kumakira ng'ondu Kembe Central Betan Class Chabare.
Tugeta na mbere ni ati mukaririete wa biashara bakuma ntere cia kianjai giciko bunge giatigane West na ishumirete na kuromba a biashara kwithira bakimenyera muno kumane na murimo yo kolera yura yurekete kwithira yo gikinya county ya Meru amwe na bona rombete atongira kwithira bakinya maturene na kuritana karibura bombike kwithira bekabanira na murimo yo
kaitene ka murimo yo kolera yukuyiro ntomwanya county ya Meru kuringana ribodi cia mandaitari bogima bwa mwiriri uria imukaririti wa biashara thokoni ya Kianjai Samson Criminal uretia biashara utethia na utheru biashara nicio muno iria ciena bia kurende kenda buru kweria kurira murimo yo kwithoka biashara thokoni oiji
ituronere baroa kuma kwa Minister of Health ito alata manto ya kipundu kila geiko ko antu betu na kuonde turi Kinjai iturikane kwa ile utheru no utheru njirere ku ora twawithagira rona guthamba njara ukiria thamba njara ciaku ukiendia ithairo wirendi weta utirie thamba nikenda ukare boya nyoruru utheru nikenda kipindupindu gitege twata murimo umwe no ntuka wato mo Kinjai tweta bungi na inye twa biashara bado na biashara bebe kurea itumikishua utheru yo buro bubingi sana menyera kithe ibiro kwendia wabye kurea itho ina ruya urutere nikenda muntu akathamba njara akiria na inyawe mwendia aile utheru boku bunene muno ntu wombike uturairiwo
na bunge na uriti na itio kene na madaitari obabogi mboma mwiru kinya thokoni ya Kianjai kiri kuritana biashara njira mwanya mwanya cia kwiriera na kurira bangi kumania murimo yo
andaktari babayero babuete ko around beto uritana mantu ya kipitu pindu na atomba kuriria lakini tio kabanemisha biashara ibe batule tutwithitie kenda tukomba kuyuria no ndumo stile tunaita resi ingi kwina bego rako kuinge kwa tunaotina kura kungi lakini babute kwa ba twira kitha ko muntu atwithitie ba to correct nekende nya twithwa tukimenya tu safe
mkuluki mukariritu atitieta kuria thirikari wita namba rotethia mwinge muno biashara bao na njira imo mwanya kumania thinere rario empara
still antu tunampara na tutombe kwanda na inyo ntombeu ile nire bamba kwanda lakini still no kone ba tukuri mbeu no tutethia alafu mbuwe mantu ya fertilizer subsidize re thirikari ndaromba thirikari ya ile mitatara kana style kwa yana no ndo actually antu bangi batombe kona fertilizer no ntwa long queue kale ni ndaya na mitatara guthia tiro procedure rero iba the next time ba ile challenges unigenda baka uthia mitatara iwe kuyuka fertilizer wone bura kumbikia muntu atike yote itana inya kiko fertilizer no ndo ingibe ya baka nyantu kumwanja muntu na ndiki lakini uka ile system ine islow no muntu mwe tukubomba kwa wantu 10 na bure antu 100
mkiripotera Weru TV kumatigania West beta wa Kelvin Kimathi.
Bubugite na mbere ni ati rwang'iro utungata bwa mwingio wa kaunti ya Meru ruishumirite na kuria thirikari ya kaunti ya Meru hamwe na mbunge ya kaunti ya Meru kwithira bakiruta ngwira ciechio nibwo kenda kwebukana na mpangaratonira ciithirite ciekuyirwa ati neko baibo bongo kaiteno ko ibarombete kwithira kwina kigina akia civil education nibwo kenda kureta moritani maturene.
Nyuma ya MCAs bambunge ya Meru kugaboba tena ndo akairi na ngabana wa Meru Kawira Mwangaza bakiugo mutongire na itengugire yawe na ndigi kundi ya civil society organization kuma kaunti ya Meru gitongetu ni Christopher Imwere ni baugite mbere atongire bagwatanira baitangugire negweta mbere mano mwanka bakirithani
Meru wa mathokaja ikikabune kimwe atira kulingana kou ukujani kou kulale between the governor na MCAs ndomba kuitangwelo ndombele no mwankanto baba mbeba kujani bakija kwa taraini ibu nomo ntu bukadwa bwitanitie bomba kukinyamo kwedora kutebu lakini na ndeno ntu ibala magi jala dingaleta na ja kwa taraini anku ibwega
kabaronga mere every mbonde aigua na bauga bo ndwaire baraina cio nthe ikuthira na koiku kwari kugwirwa gwakwa na kugwirwa gwetu na tona nande o muntu ne itengugire rewe gavana ainguginewe MCA ainguginewe
kuruki kiria bongerete ne omutongeria athome gatiba ya Kenya kenda akamenya ngugi yawe ni iriku na kumane na untubo bakomba kwebera nkuchenira chithirite irio gate gatongeria bau
dulu kuthoma constitution yetu muntu agwate leni yewe ni untu mbwire gwigintu mbira antu utengugire go karua itana mbere aja para bathia constitution bajokeria nkatho ibathithie tuaga bagwa ngoye nwe kwanga bali gwita ngugi na go MCA igukaria wone ngugi iria wananchi babu guterwa na ira ci baugere cio bakwenda gwiterwa MCA akethwale akwinabo akona ngugira bagwa citwe igwitwa na kinye igwitwa na mbeca linso nabo
na muthiene gikundi kine kiugite ngugi yawe nene ni kuthomithia mwingi na kou bakiromba kigina kiria bakugani batengagirwa mbere kya gwitithia mauritani nturene ni kibati guchokwa kenda bagatigira ni bakuthomithia mwingi ngugi ciatongeria barabathuri na kura
banyakana ndi batukajukia kuitana na inchi ba Meru ngugi ngavana na ngugi ya MCA
igitarira rero mbere ikwetha kwina gintu civic education na kinyara twathithagia katiba civil society ibaeta kwa mbeca thirikari kenda bomba kuritana antu mantu ya katiba ikuonania kwi thirikari ira thiru ni akira ngora twikire the civil society batio consider ge kuritana civic education kwa hiyo tuenda untu bu mono bucoke kenda na twi the civil society tumba kuritana antu kuringana wa gukwendera kethera ija mantu jau jareo tukomba kubaritana na kubera yange no untu batu twio more connected na community than any other else anybody else
no to mwananchi nara mashinani ka kurigara no to ataitano amenya pamwe bakuya ngavana ina makosa bange bakagwa MCA ina makosa lakini anto batamenya yani ro yao babatirie kuthithia atia
nchiripotera Nteto cia Weru riakwa ritwa ni Mutugi Kare
Katho cia mwanya muno kiwe Mutugi wa Kare no ntubwa riboti una kiwe mutegeri no ntubwa kwithira wetete na mbere na kurumira Nteto cia Weru Thaa mwanja tuonekanya kunogoka nini ndu tucokirete na Nteto nkulukio geta kuraya
aturire mitandao na matura akwendekithwo ni gavana Meru ja minister wa youth michetho na mumbere kaunti ne Meru
gender na social development twina waziri ogwetwa Kaste Kaimuri Mesheni among the young ladies that we going to raise kebaba inge Kaste is one
gitikira kira mumonyokere hindi ya mona bou mwaruju wa kuroba miaka 26 atakua nkoro
nontu nacietire thinera kurita nayo amirura buru na etikoroma marokwao nontu nyankethi cia muthini ijukagweja kuromba
na nini ngwetikania no tongeria bwa governor ni mama so ni ndena nkatho jia mwanya na ni nkendelea kumusupport with or without the waziri position
nitukinyete nture neje ya kiangwa kenda tukinyire rugono rwa weja mwarionja
ni mwana wa muthini mwana wa mwendu wa mutumba ndakwina miseni endagia mutumba bena mwekulu wae
musiasa
kasura niko wakalaga innocent mono lakini deep down I am made of steel
mbeo ya ngai na mibango ira kasi nayo nontu na ijendia yatuika borogoro wina maumikabira bogaiti na kiuria kia ethera ethokone kana kwiorikirite deposit
ngwitikia ucoke bire ngutumia binya bia mafisi
na ratiri ne kwa yatomwikira
idara kinyaga inagatuma maundu mothe magirire
ni Jumatatu ezi ya tariki 14 kiri gikaro na kaunti ngono cia mwanya umaririte gwakunja inya *812*972# gwikira korintho ijire kamustari ge 13 jasikiza tunieku
Akorintho ya ijire gichunchi gia 13 kamustari gia 14
wega ba mwathani wetu Jesu Kristo na wendo ba Murungu Baba na ngwataniro ya Kristo mutheru birokorama na tutuinde kumana rwa eje monka moyo jwa Kenya na Kenya. Amen.
Inya *812*972# gwikira korintho ijire kamustari ge 13 jasikiza tunieku
Uraigwa nkume ya mubango jothi Kenya airlift program ni mubango jura jugutetheria aritoba Kenya kuthomera ndigiri mwanya cia masters nthigurune ya Amerika. Kwigwatira kanya gaka no mwanka withiro uri na grade ya B plane gwitia kiri KCSE na second class honors kiri degree ya university. Guchiandikithia riongira mutandao jetu jwa www.kenyaairliftprogram.com. Ofisi chetu iri Royal Business Park 4th floor Njorincheke Street, Meru Town. Turinge thimu gukurukira 0703 509 493. The Kenya Airlift Program, empowering Kenyan students.
Kakwato gani na nkatho cia mwanya muno no ntubwa kwithira wetete na mbere na kurumira ndeto cia weru thaa mwanja twicokirani ati mandaitari bonthe ba kuma East Africa iba ishumirete na kuromba thirikari utiira ni kwata mbaru na kwagirithia ugima bwa mwiri. Mandaitari baba pethirete bagicemaniria mucini munene wa Nairobi ibatarirete ati rwanyi rwa ugima bwa mwiri ni imwe cia ndwangira ciithirete kiula na inya muno ki thirikari.
Public Service International Unions from East African region, from 5 countries, but Public Service International is in 154 countries all over the world with over 700 unions. We have been meeting here as East African unions. This is the second day and the last day. We have been looking at issues affecting the health workers in the region. We have also shared information and experience from the epidemics and pandemics that have been affecting the region. We are asking our governments to increase funding in the public health sector.
Representatives of the East African sector unions are deeply concerned on the deteriorating state of public health care system and public health care provision in East Africa region. The governments in the region must prioritize provision of public health care services. COVID-19 pandemic, Ebola, and the extreme impact of climate change, poor funding of the public healthcare services have exposed the need of all the governments to invest deeply in the healthcare services. The states in the region are generally struggling to invest a minimum 15% of total annual national budget demanded by the Abuja Declaration in the year 2001, which is averagely 20 years back. The meeting in session identified the pressing challenges faced by the health sectors in the region to include the following: vaccines, vaccine access, hesitancy, pandemic preparedness and local productions of the vaccine, financing of public health services and an equal health service provision, health inequity within the region. The meeting in sessions resolved to engage the governments within East African Bloc to address the identified pressing challenges, specifically are decline in the level of government investment in the delivery of public health services. And I believe, you know, if the public health service delivery or investment is reduced, then there's more to the private. Number two, poor and inadequate public health care emergencies and pandemic preparedness. We are all caught off in every pandemic and every outbreak without any preparations. Number three, poor access to medicines, technology, and vaccines in the Eastern African region. We have identified this to be a problem in all these countries within East Africa. The effect of climate change to public healthcare system. We need to prioritize that as a region to ensure that we are part of the conversation.
As Public Services International, we noted during the pandemic that many of the governments over the years had actually reduced the level of funding. Now, this led to a number of lives being lost because our public health systems were not able to manage the COVID-19 patients. We saw not only the health workers, the rich guys went, talk about the poor. It was not discriminative. Now, that gave us a number of lessons to learn from. First of all, and it is the same information we want to give to our governments today, even as we try to recover the economy from the wrecks of COVID-19. It is important to invest money in your public health system because the quality of any country population, the index is actually measured by the quality of life of your people. And if you're going to ensure the quality of life, then you need to put enough money in public health infrastructure. That is going to be very critical.
Kongi na kuni ate aritoba mweba skuru chiote akuma ntere chethika ibonanetio mbani boba kuboethia chuma chia kuboethia ngare onto baba onaneti ate bokaitha bokiringa njeki oboethia bwangare wa nthigurune ya Kenya muna bo aritoba bareke mathomo yo bakaitha bakithanwa certificate chia nthiguru ya Kenya na riu bakaithira bakiringo njeki ni jamani ni bokenda obokiria nkuloki.
The advantage of this system is that our young people receive training that is standardized on the one hand and clearly oriented towards the needs of industry on the other hand. Through this close partnership, we have succeeded time and again in aligning training with the needs of industry and at the same time creating jobs that provide fair pay and good work. Youth employment is the overarching goal of German development cooperation in Kenya, with a long history supporting the education sector in Kenya. With the launch of the Kenyan-German Tibet Initiative for Youth Employment in 2016, Germany set its focus of cooperation with Kenya on supporting the Kenyan youth striving for employment and job generation.
This project directly addresses objectives of the ministry to provide quality graduates that meet labor market demands. Our graduates are well versed on technical and entrepreneurship competencies relevant to the labor market locally and globally. Ladies and gentlemen, in our quest to provide quality education, the government has facilitated the development of policy guidelines to steer the sector to prosperity. And we have the Tibet blueprint, labor/employment blueprint, the Tibet financing policy, and the income generating business and entrepreneurship units policies. I note with appreciation that promotion of youth employment and vocational training is an intervention that addresses quality and relevance of Tibet.
We want to thank very much the government of Germany for partnering with us, for giving us that ricket that we will be able to empower our young men and women in terms of creativity and innovation. With this one, we are going to make them to empower them. Once you empower the younger generation, you empower our country, Kenya.
Katho cia mwanya muno kiwe mutegeri no ntubo kona kanya kwatanira batu na kiebonde barabomba kwithia bekinyanilia ndeto cia wero Thaa mwanja kwendera kaita kiaria akorete Winnie wa KINGERU.